Welcome home. Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Epoxy, and I've got some exciting information for you guys, and that is Bethesda has now confirmed the time and date of their Bethesda E3 conference for this year in 2018, and they tweeted out the following. Save the dates. We're excited to bring everyone into the fold of what we're working on. Join us live for our 2018 #BE3 showcase on Sunday, June 10th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And they also gave us a link to Bethesda.net. And this really excites me because we don't really have any idea of what Bethesda is actually working on. There is no confirmation whatsoever. The only game that we know that they're developing right now is Quake Champions, which I would say, from my understanding, is quite the early access flop. It has less than 500 people playing it, and at an all-time peak of less than 2,500 people over 6 months ago. So I can't say that that game is very successful, and it's definitely not going to carry them through their Bethesda E3 conference. That's just not possible. Wolfenstein 2 has its last DLC releasing, called The Amazing Deeds of Captain Wilkins, sometime in March 2018, so that's before E3 even happened. So another somewhat recent game is Evil Within 2, which Bethesda hasn't yet announced any DLC plans for that game, and the only big update on that game was the first-person mode, which was released not that long ago, but it's not looking like they're going to be releasing any DLC for this game this time around, and I really don't think they're going to try and carry themselves through the entire conference with Nintendo Switch game ports, because at least with Skyrim Special Edition and the VR games, they were actually recreations or reworks of the games themselves. So I think what we need to do is take a look at all of the development teams that Bethesda publishes for, what they could be working on, what they've worked on in the past, and kind of speculate on what we could see at the Bethesda E3 conference. So first of all, obviously, we have the in-house development team, Bethesda Game Studios with Todd Howard. We know that they're working on 2 projects before the Elder Scrolls 6, 2 big projects. One of them seems to be Starfield, which we're going to be talking about a little later on, but they also publish games by ZeniMax Online Studios, ID Software, Arcane Studios, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, and Battle Cry Studios. So I want to take a look back at ZeniMax Online, who have released the Elder Scrolls Online and a ton of DLC for it. And then we have ID Software, which their biggest series that are notable here, Doom, Quake, and Rage. Now, they're currently developing Quake Champions. There is a possibility that we could see another game from ID Software, and one of those games could be either Doom 2, don't know whether it would be titled that, or it could be Rage 2, a series that we haven't seen for a long time. Rage came out back in 2010 and was a generally liked game, and it's a game that I've been looking forward to play. I still haven't taken the time to play it. And then we've got Arcane Studios, who back in 2012 released Dishonored. In 2016, quite a few years later, they released Dishonored 2, and then a year later, they released Prey and Dishonored Death of the Outsider, which was a standalone DLC for Dishonored 2. So it seems like they have the capability to develop games yearly now. Do you think they would be working on a Dishonored 3? Or do you think they could be working on a Prey 2 or a new IP? Let me know your thoughts. And then we have Machine Games, who are known for the newer Wolfenstein games. Wolfenstein: The New Order, Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, and Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. And it's pretty much a guarantee that we're going to be seeing something from Machine Games, as they do release games yearly. They've been doing so since 2014 with Wolfenstein: The New Order, and their most recent game, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. And then we have Tango Gameworks, the people behind The Evil Within and The Evil Within 2. And I don't think we're going to be seeing anything from Tango Gameworks this time around, as they've only released 2 games, The Evil Within and The Evil Within 2, the first of which was released in 2014, the next game released in 2017. And then there is Battle Cry Studios, which hasn't exactly done much. In 2016, they assisted with post-release multiplayer content for Doom, and Battle Cry, well, I'm sure all of you guys know how that story ended, and I don't think we're going to be seeing that game. So in short, what do I think we're going to see at Bethesda's E3 conference from all of these other developers? Machine Games is almost a guarantee, as they've been releasing games yearly since 2014, so I feel like that's definitely a guarantee. So even with Machine Games and Arcane Studios having a high chance of releasing something, I feel like that's still not enough for Bethesda, and that is why I feel like there's something else that we don't know about. There are two possibilities I feel like we could have here. One of which is Fallout 3 Special Edition or Fallout 3 Remastered, essentially. And the reason why I think that this is even a possibility whatsoever just randomly in 2018 is because it's going to be the 10th anniversary for Fallout 3 this year. And that is a perfect time to release a remaster or remake for Fallout 3. I even tweeted out back on April 18th, 2017, Fallout 3 Remastered is coming in 2018 for the 10-year anniversary, calling it. Bookmark this tweet. So I feel confident about this, but there's still another possibility, and this one is big. This would make Bethesda's E3 conference great again. We all know that both Pete Hines and Todd Howard have confirmed there are 2 new IP grand-scaled games in development on repeated occasions. They've mentioned this multiple times. They've mentioned that The Elder Scrolls 6 has 2 games coming before it that are big Bethesda Game Studios titles. And I feel like the most likely here is Starfield, which is a trademark of ZeniMax Media. And really the speculation is that they were going to announce it last year. And if you guys noticed last year at their E3 conference, there was a theme of stars, there was a theme of space, and unannounced projects. So a lot of people are speculating that they canceled their announcement, or maybe it was a teaser for what is coming, and that is Starfield. Bethesda obviously has something to show at E3, and I feel like it's going to be big. And I feel like we're all going to be amazed at what they're working on. So anyways, guys, I'm sure I'm going to release some speculation videos down the line before E3 comes around, and I'm going to be keeping you guys up to date on whatever's going on with Bethesda. But anyways, guys, I've got a ton of other videos to make here today, and I will be releasing those over the next few weeks. If you enjoyed, please smack that like button down below and subscribe to join the good fights. If you haven't already, it would be super greatly appreciated as always. But anyways, guys, until next time, this is Epoxy signing off.